We can expand further too, but keeping it to the investigators for now. Rosner. Ventura might get bored coming to it. Call Rosner.
BCSO meeting room night powwow. Okay. Are you with Maeve? Okay, I'll let her know. Goodbye. Wagwan Driller. Night wants a powwow in the BCSO.
Yeah, we're meeting at the BCSO meeting room to just powwow on the raids on Matthew Colby and Brandon Valentino, if you want to come through.
Yeah, I'll be right there. I'm just delivering food to Salas real quick.
Easy. All right, see you in a bit.
I'll be there in a second.
Knight's
Bye-bye.
doing a debrief powwow in BCSO meeting room if you want to join. Okay. Bye.
I'm super cranky. I haven't eaten.
Ooh.
I'm like physically shaking because I'm so hungry. So please
I
speak in
will
plain English.
I'll also not talk about food.
Please don't. And just speak as plainly and simply as possible because my mind is not here.
We're gonna need complex answers, Maeve. This is serious.
Hang on.
You know, I went to Russia with Frost this morning.
Yeah.
This guy got folded every single way. I had to carry this guy through ground zero.
Wait, how?
He got fucking head-eyes by fucking shitlords with
my god.
pistols and MP5s.
I will say that it's been a very hard wipe relative to others because there are barely any new players.
I don't know. I've run into a lot of people who have got the release armbands.
Yeah, probably because they got their previous accounts banned.
True. I gave Luca my EOD account so he can stop complaining about his stash size now.
Brother, I have EOD and I bought the 72 slots or whatever.
Call it. Why?
Because if I'm going to go and like chill, I rather dump everything and then I like to do a mass organization, you know? And if I'm using the auction house, I like to like mass sell, you know? So.
Right, but you're going to end up in the wipe with like a stash that's 10% full because you've got so much. Part of the enjoyment of Tarkov is Tetris. You're not playing Tetris.
I don't like the Tetris.
Okay.
I would like Tetris. I agree. If you could do that, like, if it was, you can now do it like while you're queuing, which I'm fine with. But
yeah, that would be nice.
I don't like Tetris that much. I'd rather have more things, you know?
I am also very aware of the fact that gamers don't actually know what they want. Half the shit that people say they don't want in a game, well, like if someone says, "Oh, you know, I wish I had this in a game," they actually don't. They don't want that.
Like that great philosopher said about the people.
Yes.
I'm not going to repeat what he said, but
Okay.
he said something about the people, and
All
they
right.
are.
Oh yes, democracy for the people, by the people.
But the people are.
People are.
Oh my god, I love that.
It's my favorite quote because it's so fucking true.
Oh my god. Opal's on the way, and then Aaron as well. So
whenever you're done talking to them about stuff, Brian, I need to know whatever it is that you know.
yes, 100%. I've got
I gotta get my gun from report where Arnie stole my shit.
Yeah, I think for me, my problem, I think that the game would be better if the needs for crafts changed often. In my opinion, the way that, okay, you purchase things, right? and then you sell some of those to feed your pool of money to start. But if you have the small stash size, you're kind of having to keep things because you might need it for a quest, or you're keeping certain things because there's ideal crafts, right? But I feel with the flow of where the market works, and because most of it flows to what the specific barters are or specific crafts, because those things are static, most things become trash in a way.
I think it would be good. Yeah,
Yes.
it would be good if there was just a disassembly system. So at the moment you got the workbench, and you can just trade, like, an LED screen and a screwdriver for a broken LED screen. But I wish you could just disassemble everything, and it all just goes down into like basic components like wires and bolts and shit.
You know what that game really needs to fix? Fucking waiting 10 minutes for a fucking game.
Yes.
Yeah.
That shit kills. That kills my mood in that game. Like I get excited to play it. I play like a couple rounds, and then after I fucking died once or twice, and then waiting around for fucking 10 minutes of matchmaking when I can't even fucking manage my inventory during that time or do anything that's like fucking useful.
Though to be fair, there are things you can do to help with that. For me, selecting specific servers really helped. Even though like you would think the auto select is good, it's actually not. If you just select one server, it's actually better.
You couldn't have done just by a couple of minutes, but it's still fucking.
I mean, we were getting insta raids all day this morning.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, select one server, don't have auto.
Oh, I'm gonna do that. See, my thing is like, going back to that like item thing is like I like the idea of if certain things became in demand, items that would normally be trash all of a sudden become valuable. You know what I mean? Like plexiglass.
Like a rotation system for stuff.
Yeah. Like, no, seriously. Like, imagine, like, just, I'm spitballing. Imagine that your crafts on the table weren't some static thing. I'm assuming it's the same as the crafts haven't. There's probably the same crafts, more or less.
Yeah.
Well, I would prefer if some of those crafts like deteriorated, right, over time. Like you had to get a blueprint for it, right? You might have some basic ones for like, the fucking cheese meds or like whatever. But imagine the better, like those ones just come with it. But some of the other ones, similar to Arc Raiders, you got like a BP, but those BPs would go bad after a certain point. And the new ones that end up in the wild required some set of other things. Like it may still need like the medical supplies, but maybe it needs something else. And they like, is it that difficult for them to throw in like a new medical item? You know what I mean?
For them, probably.
Yeah.
Which one?
Okay, we don't need the what the fuck is this?
Did anyone call Rosner?
Yeah.
I don't know what this is, but it sounds pathetic. I don't think a girl should ever beg a boy to
It's the
love her.
notebook, isn't it?
Aaron.
We're having a
It should be
debriefing
the other way
meeting
around.
We're just meeting at the
Stuff.
BCSO meeting, just kind of going
If you
over
want to join.
where we at,
Also a bunch of other
at
stuff as
on
well.
the
Not just the raid,
number of
but raid
things.
included.
Alright, I head up there now.
All right,
Basically,
easy.
meeting room.
And then bye.
See you in a bit.
Yum. Yeah, I mean, if there's something sensitive, we can have him step out. Yum. All right.
Ugh. Oh my god.
A very long time ago, they were toying with the idea of balloon extractions.
Really?
You know how the CIA do those extractions out in the field where they have you have a balloon tied to your backpack and a fucking plane will fly over and grab the balloon and yoink you out. They were toying with the idea of doing that in Tarkov.
Wait, so you would like get in a basket and then just like balloon away?
Not like a hot. Have you played? I think like Call of Duty, one of the Call of Duty missions where you you get extracted from the field by the CIA and you have a balloon attached to your backpack.
Oh, Skyhook.
A skyhook. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about, Brian?
Oh,
So like
I've
This
never
was a James Bond movie, I think.
Yeah, I don't.
was it like a real thing?
I don't know if it's real, but
I
like
think
in
it
a
is a
bunch
real
of
thing.
games and movies,
No, it is a real thing. It is.
it is real. Yeah, I think the CIA do it. They like to extract like VIPs or HVTs from the field. They'll attach a balloon to their harness or a backpack, and that balloon will go up like hundreds of feet in the air, and then the plane will fly over with a hook, grab the balloon, and reel the person in.
They did that shit in like World War II as well. I'm pretty
Batman
sure.
did it. That's how you know
Yeah.
it's real.
And
That
like,
is
they
true
were,
as well, Victoria.
they were toying with the idea in Tarkov, but like it was like they couldn't do the whole yoinking you out type thing. So like it basically was just super underwhelming where like you would pop a flare and a little red balloon would fly up and then the airdrop plane would fly over and it would just start an extraction countdown. You wouldn't actually get yoinked out. And then they just scrapped it.
We're just reviewing some of the prison break incident, Matthew Colby, as well as
Raid.
those are the exactly.
Still looking for him?
Yes. I think we may have an opportunity later this evening, but that's gonna kind of be determined. But
Okay.
Yep. Aaron is the last person we're waiting on, then we should be able to kick off.
Rosner
let me
as well.
see. Ooh, Rosner's on the way?
Yep.
Let me see.
I got a phone subpoena submitted for the 4 SIM cards we found in his
Ooh,
for his apartment last night.
very good.
Just waiting on DOJ to sign that.
Let me see. And that's all in a investigation folder, right?
The phone subpoena? No, I can't.
Okay. All
I
right.
can't move that to investigational. It's in the
Oh.
subpoena section.
I gotcha. That makes sense. Oh, no. Sorry. I mean, the output from the previous ones. I got to rename some of these investigative titles. I think, okay, easy. Once Rosner is here, we can kind of kick it off.
Bean, we need your dad to like, to be fair, I don't know if this is like technically possible, but like from a quality of life perspective, just being able to right click on a subpoena and just assign it to a certain investigational folder would be nice. Like right click, add to faceless investigation, etc.
I can do that.
Brian Rosner has a cadet with him. Do you want him present or wait outside?
We should limit it this to individuals that have been actively working on the case. Who's is that the cadet over there, Maze?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm
All right.
stepping out, sir.
I gotcha. Okay, thank you.
Bill,
Yeah.
Bill, you're a captain. Bill, you're a captain. You're not
Yeah,
a
but
cadet.
I haven't been involved. And it's an FTO session, so I'll wait outside. I'm
Yep.
going to give him his respect.
See, this is where you're a captain. Now I'm just a senior. You're right, sir. I apologize.
All right.
He made you two Axel. Axel,
Yeah.
outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's the guy with the helmet?
That's Lex.
Strike.
Oh shit! What the fuck happened, Lex?
I'm being forced to wear this helmet.
Why? Listen,
I got
it's
beat with
okay
the
to
red-
think, Lex. There's nothing wrong with that.
I got beat with the
He got
rent.
bonked.
Oh, okay. All right.
Mhm.
That makes
The doctor
sense.
said it's for his protection. Yeah.
I thought it was like a Magneto thing. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay.
Look at
All
that.
right. So, I just wanted to kind of go with everyone. I wanted to sort of go over everything that's been happening since like last week, to ensure that we're all working together, we're making forward progress, et cetera, and there's been a lot of development. So, there's going to be that possibility that some segment of the room may not be aware of what the other segment of the room has. So this is kind of a opportunity to sort of share notes. So most of the scope of this meeting is going to consist of the prison break, the apprehension of the inmates, and the murder of the DOC member. So just as just kind of a quick, catch up for everybody, right? To ensure just a little bit of background. So Cargo Bob in the air. It was spotted by Maeve. She called it on a radio. We had limited units that sort of followed it because we didn't really know what it was. The initial suspicion was that it may have something to do with Ligara shipments. What are Ligara shipments? Ligara is a cartel that has been operating off and on in San Andreas, but really we've only known about through 2 separate incidents. The latest in which there was a coke party, in which there was DNA coming back to some faceless assets and a bunch of dead bodies on the ground, which then led to a couple days later on the 10th of November, a operation, I think it was called Operation, I forgot the name of the operation, but it was the operation in which Darkstone met with Ligara in an attempt to get some information from them under the concealment of attempting to buy weapons. However, faceless assets were able to intercede, get that note, and subsequently get the data USB chip that led them to a series of caches containing M70s. Those M70s originate from the Ligara cartel from overseas. Since then, about a week and a half to 2 weeks ago, intel was provided that Ligara may be attempting to move AP pistols, in which those caches that they're moving, so the Ligara, from Ligara's side, they're using San Andreas as a staging ground, right? They bring AP pistols here, and then those AP pistols are shipped elsewhere, right? So this is like using San Andreas like a seaport in a way. However, based on intel from Darkstone, they suggest that faceless assets may become aware of these said shipments, and be it land, air, fucking road, as they're being moved around to their temporary destinations, they could be interceded by the faceless assets. We don't know anything more than that. But so when we saw the Cargo Bob, that's the initial presumption that was made, hence the small unit count, see what they're doing. This led to the power plant going out and that same Cargo Bob eventually going into the prison, thus releasing 5 individuals. As of today, 4 of 5 of those individuals are back in prison. The last one is Matthew Colby. As a result of that prison break, a member of DOC died, likely from a singular shooter. This statement is through the forensic evidence that was analyzed, in which there was a singular bullet shot to at that member of DOC. It is unknown to us whether the intention of killing that DOC was to prevent law enforcement from responding, or if they were attempting to, how do I put this in a way that would make sense? Using an alternative way to disable a GPS tracker that is typically on prisoner collars. Raise your hand if you don't know what I'm trying to say. Okay, thank God. All right. Okay. Since then, there's been a series of raids that have been conducted, and Rosner, I'd like you to kind of speak on that. How many raids? What have been the findings thus far, and what is remaining to be done?
Raids that have been conducted are both on Miguel Elmirion and Aubrey Webster's properties. First attempted raid was unsuccessful. Second one conducted yesterday was successful on properties, including Southside and all the ones in Little Soul. Findings were an excessive amount of magazines, I think is the best way we can put it, from both individuals, mostly forehead, Mr. Webster. 306 magazines, 762 magazines. I think we had 2 guns in total, but 30, maybe 40 magazines for each. We had extended Deagle magazines as well, almost all of which were loaded with ammunition. And also 4 SIM cards, which a subpoena has been requested by Mr. Riker here. However, we then moved to raid the vehicles, and that has been unsuccessful. An extension on the lockdown for the vehicles has been requested.
Okay.
Anything else required still?
It's been approved for 48 hours, I believe.
Perfect. My intention is to just do that later tonight. We've given them 2 shootouts. You know, I know life is a bit of give and take. We've given enough. Now I'm taking.
Okay. I'm
Yeah, it said that it's been granted 48 hours and any further extension needs a further reasoning.
Is that an extension from today, or is this a previous extension? Like, is it a new extension, or?
There should be a new extension from today.
Okay.
Just got approved for 48 hours just for the cars.
Easy. I would recommend, for the sake of, you know, as has been relayed to me, and I don't know the breadth of this concern, is that given the amount of shootouts that happened and whatnot, don't hesitate. You know, if anyone disagrees, please, you know, speak up. Don't feel like you can't. If y'all need a day to like kind of recoup on that, like, don't feel like you can't, because, you know, I can understand, you know, back-to-back days of getting blasted in a raid is not exactly the most, you know, enjoyable thing. So there are other actions that can be taken, so don't feel like that's not an option, right?
We should go back for day 3 today.
Oh shit! See, you know, that I fuck with that energy too, to be honest.
I Opal.
I never back down, never
Opal?
surrender,
Never back down, never what?
never give up.
Fuck, I forgot. Oh, there was a 911 today from Miguel. Someone said that they took a picture of it and they're gonna send it to Aaron. Where we was talking about the vehicle lockdowns and the shootouts, and he did basically say that, you already lost the DOC. How much more you want to lose?
No, they've been very expressive that they're going to keep shooting us if we come going back.
There was also one matter of concern, and I think this is more of a high command matter. I do not know which individual it was, nor did I properly document it, but someone did respond to Aubrey Webster. He said, "Can you please unlock my properties? It's been 3 days. My hamster's gonna die." Somebody responded, "Shut the fuck up, bitch."
I documented it and I asked around. It was Peter's. He admitted it to me.
Oh, okay. But yeah, he wasn't too happy about that. But it's known as Peter's. I think they have a decent relationship.
Have we checked to see if there is a hamster?
I did not find a hamster when I was going through his properties. I was slightly
Son of a
distracted
bitch.
by carrying 20 pounds of fucking magazines
You know,
at once.
As insensitive as it is, hamsters only live for 1 to 2 years at most. So.
Okay.
I'm just saying, guys. I'm just saying.
I don't know you like hamsters, Angel.
That's not what I said.
You know, and if there was a hamster, maybe it might have been worth like having to seize the hamster and giving it to the what's that one conservation group?
Neon
Jungle.
Neon Jungle, yeah. Hey, I don't know if it's safe down there for the hamster, you know.
It was an awful lot of blood within his house.
Okay. What's the raid report for the of the stuff that was found? Just want to take a little look see.
It is. I'm just sending it to me. 35961 and 35960. No, wait, that's the actual raid request. Sorry, 1 second.
Yep. Oh, nice. So everything is reference. It looks like everything may be referenced. So one thing I would recommend, and I would like to give this action to either Aaron or Maeve, given that you are, you know, the primary investigators on this. I would recommend, given the amount of things that are stringing off of this, consider having a master doc, right? As that every related report references to. Did we ever create one? I think we had spoken about it, but I don't remember if we did.
No one's been using it.
Oh, which one is it? What's the report number?
Get it back up. It is 35761.
35761. Rosner, I would oh, it looks okay. We got the subpoenas linked on there. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so I would say everyone should probably bookmark this thing. This is a great and fantastic way by which we can ensure that we don't unintentionally miss something, because if ultimately at the end of this, let's say we find the murder weapon, right? Going back through the reports may potentially, we might miss something, right? Like a report here or there that becomes, you know, important to deliver later. This will, you know, organization good. Okay, and then off of the
trade receipts have been added to that.
Legend.
Is that a duct tape subpoena too?
Other than the SIM cards, was there anything else of significance that was found?
5 AK suppressors.
Really?
They were brand new as well.
Okay.
Oh yeah, all of the magazines found were, as Aaron described it, made very, very recently. They were found inside a, was it crafting bench, I think you called it?
Is this Miguel or Aubrey?
Mr. Webster.
Mr. Webster.
Subpoena results for the 4 SIM cards are imminent.
Very good, very good. And we do have the results for Miguel and Forehead. Do all the investigators have access to those?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna.
No, Riker definitely has access to both of them subpoenas.
What I'm gonna do today is, so that we can make life easier for the collective here, I'm gonna assign a marshal to ensure that we get everyone access, right? Because I know we've got some work groups, right? Maybe we've got like the Blaine County Detective group in there, so that one's easy to add.
Should we just make an investigation and then let people join?
Yeah, I think so. There is an investigation up, and what I can do is I can just ensure that all the added. What I can do is I can make you an admin on it as well, if that makes it easier. I think there's a way to do that. I think. Wait, actually, Bean, can we have more than one inviter to an investigation? Is there a way to do that?
Yeah. As long as they're an admin, they should be able to. I'm
Okay.
sure.
Easy clap. Okay, I'm gonna do that. The reason I bring that up, right, is if what I'm hearing is true, it as a separate action, despite the reasons for which we're going in there are very valid. If the findings of such is, you know, a shitload of magazines and a shitload of suppressors, it's going to be worth as a secondary activity, right? Because murder's a more serious offense. Is if there's any indication of sales of transactions, right? Like some random person sending 3 mil or whatever this shit might cost.
Oh yeah, Aubrey Webster. Miguel, well, his accounts make him look poor. He just bleeding money and got nothing coming in from the days that we had to look at. But Aubrey Webster received a $1.3 million payment from Risa Berry. Said happy birthday, but his birthday was 6 months ago.
Wait, what day was that?
Oh, I will have to re-look. I think it might have been the day before.
Oh, fuck me. Okay. I just had a moment.
You can't say that.
No, I'm rewinding into a week and a half ago.
What did he just say in Fish, Angel? What was that?
You don't want to know what he just said in Fish. Guys.
Oh.
You don't want to fucking know it.
You are a fish girl.
No, I just speak their tongue.
I don't want
It's not the only thing you do with it.
Okay,
Oh,
so Brian, what were you? Brian, what were you talking?
There is the reason why I just had a moment here, and I'm going to touch on this very lightly for the time being because I don't want us to spiral. But there was a Marshals have been doing surveillance on some faceless assets, and believe it or not, we caught Riker doing the Gang Olympics. That's the day of the Gang Olympics. Riker, remember when me and Ruth ran into you and we're like, what the hell are you doing? Like, why are you dressed up this way?
Yeah.
Well, we just started driving and we witnessed like 1 to 2 people from literally every fucking gang in the city meeting up for something. We don't know what that thing is. It was very fucking sussy baka, quite frankly. And we've been trying to figure out what the fuck it was about. We believe that meeting was actually in regards to that 1010 situation with Lagara, right? Because they got M70s, fucking AP pistols, maybe one big like sales meeting or like a delivery meeting or something. This was very abnormal. Normally these get-togethers are usually just like 6 people, maybe 7 people max. This was like literally every fucking like head of a gang showing up. That very same day, I was being asked for a shitload of money. I actually followed Aubrey. So we were monitoring this location for upwards of 2 hours. We have flags of like, I think like 15 cars coming back to ROs from all range of folks. But as it happened to be, I saw Aubrey Webster's SUV leaving that area. It was one of the last cars we've caught, and I followed it in a UC vehicle. He then subsequently drove that vehicle from the Estrelon all the way down to a warehouse owned by Ming Jintai. I think he had a feeling he was being followed because he was trying to like really make me break my tail or whatever. But point is, I'm not saying these things are related, but it's going to be worthwhile seeing if there was any large money transactions on that particular day and if there's any tie-in to these magazines or suppressors.
What day was that?
I should be able to look back at my photographs and tell you. Actually, there should be a report. So keep this in the back of your mind. I'm putting it out there as a, hey, we got to pull on that string, but I don't want to misdirect us too deep. Definitely a topic for this group, but I want to get back to that. So whenever we can, just remind me, gang meeting, faceless gang meeting, and
just to correct myself so people don't leave here with incorrect information, it was a 1.3 million payment from Daisy Ortiz on the 11th. Sorry, 10th of November at 7:42 p.m.
Did we only pull his personal records?
Yeah, he then sends 1.2 million to Aubrey Webster, but it's a 64208. So is that a business account? Can we have a look at businesses like that?
We can see if they are owners of businesses. But that's a road we should do as like a secondary, right? Because that's a whole other thing. Okay, so
subpoena results for some cards we found completely empty. However, one of the numbers is one we have on file for Jack Corter.
Oh, they're all empty, both call and messages?
Yep. For that time period.
Interesting.
ID was in his house too.
Riker, look at the besties gang doc and see if any of them match. I have listed their burner numbers next to them.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bean, is there a way for us to have a option to, maybe this is a thing for your dad, if we could search through our existing investigations for a number or a string, right? So
you want to check like all of the,
like if I want to check
subpoenas
these,
you have?
yes, exactly that, right?
No.
Okay.
I
would think that should be like
would have been able to, but because we're doing it like file based now, no.
Yeah, I understand. Okay. If there was a way to do it, but it was like a restricted option, right? Because it might be like a very heavy query where it jumps into each investigation and searches, it could be very good because let's say we were to run that number and it came back to like, I don't know, like the courthouse bombing or something. That would be a good thing to know.
Yeah, the only issue I would see is if we're checking like alt subpoenas, would it just be phone and call subpoenas, or would we also be checking bank statements?
I think
those files are fucking huge.
I would say only the phone number, to be honest. One thing we can do, and this is like, look, I know we're like 3 years into, trying to protect the city, but I am going to take an action here to see if we put phone numbers into reports, right? If it has any value. So if in future we can like search over the evidence and actually poke it. I think you can over under. I don't know if that would help, but anyways, I'm sort of sidetracking here.
Let me think on that. Riker,
okay.
by the way, the thing that you asked for is already it's in now.
Lovely jubbly, thank you.
Where are these suppressors and stuff? Oh, this isn't actually a lot.
There was only like 5 suppressors, but there was a shit ton of magazines.
Where are maybe I'm blind. Is it the Aubrey raid?
No, suppressors were in what's his name? Miguel.
Suppressors were Miguel, and what about the magazines? Looking through the photos right now. Is it the 9 plus 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, the 15?
Oh, we have in raid receipt for Aubrey Webster. We have. Sorry, I was wrong. It's 5 AK suppressors in Southside Carson. That is Webster. We have 38 7.62 magazines, 7 extended Deagle magazines, 1 5.56. We have an M70, a military rifle, 8 SMG magazines.
I don't know if 38's a lot.
Magazines, and then it was 20 Oxy, bunch of other stuff.
Then he had nearly 700k in cash as well in a house.
Yeah, that was documented.
At first glance, this definitely looks sus. I'm wondering if 38's a lot. Like in relation to, you kid out 6 individuals, you know what I'm saying? Like, not saying this is nothing, by the way, but rather
20 mags if we just had a shootout with them and got them all.
Sorry, say again?
Like, I feel like they would have probably around that many mags if we just caught all of them in a shootout.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm weighing as well. But this is not to say that this is nothing. Yeah, this is definitely something, right? But sus, but not like,
I've got a bunch of mags in my locker as well, Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, but you can buy them legally.
It's true.
Okay. No sign of a weapon. How many vehicles are we looking at right now?
50 million. A lot.
Okay. So I got a new bit of evidence this morning. Now, I want y'all to take this as a grain of salt. This is literally coming from a scumbag, so they could just be making up shit. But the claim is coming from that Ming may have been the shooter. So, of the DOC. Because apparently they were clapping. Now, I don't know if this is a stir. I don't know if this is accurate, but I'm putting it out there in the event anything comes up throughout this where more starts to point his way. This could literally be a lie is what I'm trying to say, but
yeah, I'm going to assume they wouldn't be on stand and say that, would they?
Yeah, and exactly that. And the means by which they said it, like I couldn't really put my finger on how much I really believed it. Okay, well, we've got the raids. It sounds like you're going to be kicking that off today. There is something that I'm going to probably have a chat with Angel about afterwards in relation to how we handle these things going forward, right? Like someone counters a raid X number of times. What's the next step? I certainly have my opinion. I'm sure Angel will have her opinion, but then there's probably a level of high command discussion that needs to take place about.
I do have opinions.
Yeah. And
you shall be heard.
Yes.
Well, yeah, I mean, don't worry. I'll make sure people hear me. I'm never excited to do that. So.
Yep.
Period.
I'm gonna listen.
I'd say for now, if we get clapped up like X number of times, it don't matter. We fucking locking that shit even longer. And if it's bad enough, we kicking it in while they're in sleep or in cuffs. So, so.
Yeah, I'm on board with that. We got no reason to unlock it, so.
Yeah.
Mango did suggest we do it in shift 3, but I don't know if we should.
Nah, I would not do it in shift 3. Otherwise,
guys,
your evidence.
Quingle's so right, guys. What's the worst thing to happen?
Yeah.
I'll make Quingle lead it.
I've been
Yeah,
trying to make him lead it.
let's have Quingle wake up in shift 3 to do that. I think it's actually a great
Quingle's
idea.
never gonna wake up that early.
Oh my
Or
god.
stay awake that late.
It's his idea. He can take ownership of it.
Matthew Colby called me last night. Roughly 10:30ish, 11 p.m. Initially when the call was made, he indicated something about I was picking grapes and making like wine or whatever. I got Springfield in the car and I started poking some folks. I'm like, get on the fucking radio. And we started scouring the vineyard to see if he was there. We weren't sure what the intention of that was. But at the end of the phone call, he started to ask me how long I'm going to be around for. I'm like, listen, bro, I'm going to Russia to do some training. And fast forward, he seemingly is indicating that later this evening, probably around like 7 p.m., 8 p.m. or whatever, hopefully sooner than that because it's starting to get damn late. He may be trying to do some like cat and mouse shit where he wants us to try to apprehend him. The moment there is a indication he is either around or providing that information, I will let individuals in this room know. We'll and for those who are interested, have a little squad going to see if we can, catch the mouse, so to speak. Now I want to be clear here. I don't know if he's got other ideas in mind, but if he's giving us a chance to crab him, we might as well, try to pull on that rope. That's all I've got right now, and I don't think we've got any other actions besides those two things. But please is there anything else that needs to be done other than those two things? Complete the raids, get Colby.
We need Gary's statement. We still don't have it.
Gary, the DOC.
Yeah, he was the only other DOC on duty.
Um,
He saw anything?
He's an LSPD officer now, so it's pretty easy to get that out of him.
Yep.
Just gotta follow up with him.
I can try, but when I did initially speak to him, he said he fell off a roof.
It is possible.
Did he not write that statement yet?
Yeah. Okay. If there's anyone else missing statements, we should put that like on the master doc just so we can poke at them because a lot of shit happens throughout the week. So, is there anything else in relation to those two things? I don't want to keep you guys here forever. So,
Duct tape's things have been as in, we're just waiting for it to be signed.
Oh, good shit. The final thing I want to bring up, because y'all, quite frankly, are some of the best and brightest. Keep your eyes and ears open for any attempts to kidnap law enforcement, EMC, members of government, or doctors. I brought this up during the BCSO meeting. I was going to talk to Rhodes about it as well to give to LSPD. I couldn't make both meetings for this. Yesterday evening, I conducted a traffic stop on whom I thought was just a bozo. I was just going to give him the whole, slow it down and, I ain't going to ticket you because I ain't got time for that type shit. Guy wouldn't speak. And I thought, maybe he couldn't hear my voice. I told him to tap on the window. If he heard me, he did. He tapped it. So I turned it into a traffic stop because now I'm even more sussed out. Because I'm like, the fuck is he not talking to me about? Maybe he's got, drugs in the car or some shit. 2 units began to attach, but before they could arrive, a black and colored jugular pulled up right behind me and started to step out. And I was like, nah, bruh. And I fucking hit the gas and kicked a U-turn. And and it turns out this guy had a fucking AK in his hand. And now I'm like, all right, this dude's trying to murk me over some drugs. But as units are arriving and I'm kind of like, you know, what the fuck did I get myself into? Came to realize that, hey, this might be some of these Darkstone guys that broke away and assisted in trying to kill Brandon Valentino just a couple days ago. Fast forward, Riker over here gets eyes on it. We chase the Jugular, already lost the Premier, don't know where the fuck it went. Jugular crashes at the end of Del Piero Pier. Out pops both of these individuals, one that got down because he can't drive, and the second one that tried to swim away, to which he did into a submarine. The guy that's downed was none other than Frederick White, ISIS asset, with a black bag, you know, to tuck over someone's head, handcuffs, a voice recorder, and a tracker, which we tested yesterday night, which allows the perp to put it onto your belt and will disable your tracker. So,
what?
I think very much intentionally, we may have stopped these guys from kidnapping someone, and likely torturing them into a recording. I am suspecting it may have been for that Silas case. This morning I woke up and I got an email from Blunt, and he's like, "Yo, dog, do we need to redact any of this shit?" I'm like, "Oh, bet. All right, Discovery's closing." And as I'm drinking my coffee, I'm like, "Wait, hold up. What if they were trying to kidnap one of us to say some shit to get into Discovery?" Right? Makes sense? Or the alternative could be for Brandon. So either way, these guys are likely going to try again today.
Am I in danger?
We're all in danger.
They literally called me 20 minutes ago as a witness for their side.
You are in danger. I am in danger for the Brandon stuff. Aaron's in danger because that's Aaron, and they, you know, you get kidnapped a lot, right, Aaron?
I have history with them too, yeah.
We got Jenna's in danger, right? Like, I mean, hell, this could be on Daisy too. We don't know. This could literally, everyone in this room is working some sort of case that at least, you know, dangles around like faceless ass motherfuckers, right? So I would like to operate on the presumption of it could be any of us in this room, but it could also be members of the government as well, right? So I don't expect everyone that's on the force to be mindful of this, but let's be mindful for them. Whether it's EMS, doctors who have blips, by the way, it's just PD can't see them. DOC, members of law enforcement, government, we should keep our eyes and ears open. If we see someone just dip off duty, maybe they ain't off duty. Maybe they're kidnapped somewhere, being tortured to try to get something on recording. You know what I mean?
So when the device is attached, the blip is gone. Did they still show up on dispatch?
No.
God.
We'll double. Bean, do you remember? We didn't check that, did we?
Wait, no, we didn't check dispatch. We just checked blip.
We'll do that.
Good idea.
Yeah. Well, all this kind of stuff is going to be documented and kind of tucked away slightly. Do not touch the locker, please. I already have marshals in the state monitoring that locker because I know that everyone in this room probably knows at least of one incident of someone unrelated going and pulling some shit and playing with it. So we've preemptively sort of put the baby keys on it, if that makes sense. Yeah. Sorry, what was that?
That happens?
Yeah, people
yeah.
decide to play with some new toy that they find in an evidence locker.
Yeah. Some people join the police force to be cops. Others just, you know what? I'm going to hold my opinions.
Frederick White's on ICU?
He is in ICU. He is in, I've let Sama know that he's in Marshal custody, and I've given only his release must be either via me or Ruth. And
Should just be mindful as well. Last time Matthew Colby broke out of prison, he 100% was helping him escape from it as well.
I fully believe that. He is now the third individual that's currently in Marshal custody. For those who are unaware what that means, we spoke with Sama a couple weeks back, and the intention of this is There are assets that are currently in there. There is remember the VIP thing we did a while back with the snipers, and Brandon had the AWP and all that. These people are known to try to kill people in ICU and attempt to kidnap them from ICU. So that's sort of a mechanism we're using to at least limit the amount of exposure of, like, let's say one of them waking up and there being a random 311 and someone unbeknownst to them says, oh, okay, well, they want you in prison. And then, like, a cadet just like walks them out of the hospital and all of a sudden, rip bozo. Anyways, any questions, guys? I guess today's plan of action is just keep eyes and ears open.
I really want to touch it.
That would be inappropriate.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. What the hell?
Listen, we can talk about that later.
On duty.
All right. But
yeah, but still, I really want to touch it.
You talking about the GPS thing?
Yeah. What do you think I'm talking about?
Yeah. No, we can limited group testing. Just let's hold off on that just for a little bit. There's reasons.
Well, if you guys need passwords to password protected, I got pretty great ones. I definitely don't use the same one for everything I password protect, and it's definitely not hot milfs in your area.
That's actually not the worst idea. Now that you're mentioning it, I'm gonna think on that. I actually, you know what? We're not gonna do that. So every single locker is completely logged, by the way, which is interesting because that has had to be used a couple times. So there is that benefit. So if someone did do some wild shit, we would know who has checked it out. But yeah, I'm gonna probably, like, a couple of us, we can see how it works and make sure it's documented. All right, easy. Okay, right. Cool, guys.
I think I'm all caught up.
Yeah. Hey, if I 311 Operation
Hammer down.
What's a wine? What's a good wine?
Ooh, my favorite wine is called Brie. It's $2.99 when it's on sale. It's really good.
It really should be a wine from New Zealand, not gonna lie.
Oh, how about like a wine that I'm gonna remember how to spell?
Brie. It's BREE.
Operation Brie. Okay. If Operation Brie is 311 by any of us, let's hop on channel 19. The Operation Brie is for in the event we have any credible evidence of having eyes or location on Matthew Colby. This way we are self-limiting ourselves on numbers because, we don't need to bring 40 cops through, but we want a tight squad to handle it until and if there's a need to increase those numbers. All right. Operation Brie, channel 19. All right.
Also,
easy.
In regards to the besties raid, Risa just posted that it's Gang Olympics in an hour and a half. So some of them may be occupied with that.
Ooh. Do they participate in it?
I'm not sure.
I was thinking of grabbing a small group of individuals and doing the outskirt one. So I think Morningwood, I think there was a vehicle parked, and then there's one up in Vinewood, and then like helicopters and boats. Just smash those out the way so it is literally just Lucky Plucker that needs to be done.
That's hell yeah. Just make sure you got people with you in case shit goes bad, because listen, if they have some like crazy shit, it could be anything, right? Even like a bunch of fucking meth. They're likely watching that one spot, and you don't want to get caught with your pants down, right? When you pull it out.
Well.
Yeah, I was gonna say, maybe, you know what I mean. All right, hell yeah. All right, guys.
I'd rather be caught with my pants down when they pull it out than with my pants up. Sorry, inappropriate. Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm on the clock. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm sorry.
Is there?
And me all sad realizing that I no longer get adverts for hot milfs because I'm too old for them.
Yeah, I think that's just called your peers.
So
no, I think those are gifts.
So just real quick, recapping, everyone kind of on alert for Operation Brie. Keep your eyes out on, officers disappearing. There will be a test probably in an hour or so, second test and documentation of this GPS jammer. Maeve, I'm going to give admin to on the subpoena tool for the investigation. She's going to reach out to make sure everyone's got access to it. And I think that's it, right? All right. Oh, yeah. All right. Good shit, guys.
I'm perfect. See you
All
guys
right.
later.
All right.
Bye, goats.
Bye,
Hell
Opal.
yeah.
God bless.
Want to go talk to my office, Brian?
Yep. Daisy, I know we got a chat as well.
Yeah.
Hey, I need to talk to you too, Daisy.
We can do,
Convenient.
should we do the chat with Daisy first?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna be on duty too much longer.
You
Yeah,
need
let's not keep her. Let's not keep her
Angel or no?
hostage. I'll catch up with you in a bit. I'll let you know what's going on.
Okay.